Hey guys, this is Amar, and we are still reading. I think it's gonna be a while. I'm in chapter 3 right now of the book Happiness in Your Skin. It's gonna be a while. I think it's gonna be at least 20 to 30 more videos on happiness in your skin only, where I'm talking about happiness and trying to explain what I've written in my book. And then we'll move on to other books, which I haven't touched in a while. They're all available on Amazon. If you search Amarvani author on Amazon, all my books are available. But cool. So we'll start reading the next section of the chapter 3, which the chapter which is on sources of happiness, and the next source is travel. We spoke about friendships yesterday as a source of happiness, and yeah, friendships are a great source of happiness. People who believe in you, people who you admire, if they are your friends, it is a sustainable source of happiness in your skin, right? The other source of happiness in your skin is travel. Travel. Did I just say that travel is a source of permanent happiness? Travel is a source of happiness that stays inside of us for a significant period of time. Ask anybody about the dreams they've had from their lives. A lot of people will mention traveling the world as one of their ambitions. Travel makes our minds and heart lighter. Although we've not been able to travel at all this year because of the virus, not being able to move, but and that has been one of the problems with this virus. It's taken so much away from life. Beautiful things that we are able to usually take as a normal part of life, not be able to do. Travel makes our minds and hearts lighter. Travel allows us to understand how people live differently than we do, and hopefully, we learn something about life from that experience. Travel is not just happiness; it's also learning. In fact, I've traveled a fair bit, at least mostly through the country. I mean, I've traveled from the top. I've been to Jammu and Kashmir, mostly all the states. I've been to Northeast also, Sikkim. I have the only part of the India which I haven't really seen is the far south, which is the Andaman Nicobar Islands, um, and a bit of international travel also. But the thing is, everywhere you travel, you get to learn something new. You get to understand how people behave. I want to go to some countries once this virus goes away and life gets back to normal, and I can save some money to travel. Finland is on the list. Even Bhutan is on the list, right? Because they are countries where Finland, in by the way, is the happiest country in the world, and Bhutan is famous for gross national happiness, um, and they measure it differently than the UN's World Happiness Report. So these are some of the places I want to also go to other places. So I think that's gonna be one of the priorities. So travel is a great source of happiness. Traveling expands our horizons and allows us to look at the world we live in a little more differently, perhaps a little more warmly. People travel for a plethora of reasons: to break away from routine, to explore someplace new, to relax, to meditate, or to do yoga, for learning experiences. Travel clearly is one of the best ways to find peace and happiness. However, the happiness that traveling gives to most people, although is indelible, but not the kind of happiness that this book recommends unless they travel for a living. This book recommends the kind of happiness that permeates our schedules, our everyday lives, comes from a purpose that we live every day of our lives. Rob Hill said, "My goal is to build a life I don't need a vacation from." This is a beautiful quote. I remind of this quite often myself. Um, my goal is to build a life I don't need a vacation from. Because if you're living a life where your routine has joy, then travel is not a source of an escape. Travel shouldn't be an escape. It should be an alternate source of happiness. It shouldn't be an escape, which it is for most people because they hate their routines. This is what I mean by routine, which you enjoy so much that you don't feel like taking a vacation from it. If you travel to get away from your routine, then the fear of getting back to it will keep haunting you. If you have followed what I've said in the book so far, I don't recommend a boring routine. I mean, it sounds weird as I write this. I don't recommend a boring routine. Unfortunately, that's the case with most of human society. It is stuck in a boring routine. If you're one of these people who travel to get away from a boring routine, you'll dread coming back to life. However, once you reach a point where you enjoy your routine, travel will take on a different meaning. It'll mean much more to you than going away from the misery of the usual life. It'll mean a break from the routine still, but since you'll not be mentally taxed, it'll be far more relaxing. You'll be able to be present in the space, and the thoughts of going back to your routine won't be painful. Travel is liberating for all of us. We want to see different people, places, experiences, which our usual life doesn't offer. If you're operating from a point of love and purpose, which this book is advocating, travel will be even more exhilarating for you than it has ever been before. However, it's important to understand because a lot of people actually travel for a living these days. There are a lot of travel bloggers. There are people who run YouTube channels, blogs around travel. So can travel be the purpose of life? We live in a day and age where some people travel for a living. They travel, they blog, they travel. They make their living from traveling, or at least they claim so. So if you can figure out a way where your traveling can also inspire people to travel or live meaningful lives, you may just leave Maslow's actualization, which is really what life is really about. Having said that, travel and exploration have been always sources of happiness which permeate our being. So travel. I would recommend you to travel, learn from places which are new, places you don't know anything about. Travel to those places because you'll not just enjoy yourself, you'll not find pleasure only, you'll also find learning. So travel by all means as much as you can for happiness in your skin. Right, thanks for watching this video, and stay subscribed. Please share these videos in case you find they're worthy, and yeah, hopefully in the next coming year when the virus is gone, I'll try to shoot these videos from different outdoor places so that we can get a different angle every time, because right now I'm just shooting from my home, from different places in my home, and I can't get different angles, but I would ideally want to shoot them from different places outside, and so that they look different. All right, so thanks for watching. I hope you have a happy day. I hope you have a good day, and stay positive no matter what happens. All right, we're just like a few days or hopefully a few months away from this virus getting over, and just wear a mask, keep social distancing, stay safe. Thank you. Bye.